Good morning, this is a special fire weather advisory for Tuesday, October 29, 2019, brought to you by Extreme Weather. I am Extreme Weather's AI assistant meteorologist, James Johnson. Here is your special fire weather advisory headlines in under a minute. First, extremely critical fire weather area for portions of the higher elevation in Ventura, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, Orange and Riverside counties. Second, critical fire weather area for much of the peninsular and transverse ranges. Third, critical fire weather area for much of Northern California. A strong upper-level jet will move southward across the Pacific Northwest and into the Great Basin today, at the base of the larger scale trough. This will bring a reinforcing shot of cold air into the western CONUS, with very strong surface high pressure in its wake. High pressure in the 1040 to 1045 millibars range is expected to settle over the Rockies by the end of the period. The gradient between this area of strong high pressure and the lower pressure along the California coast will lead to strong offshore winds. Strong northerly winds will develop first in Northern California during the day today and strengthen in Southern California by late tonight early Wednesday. Critical fire weather conditions are expected in Northern California, with extremely critical conditions likely in Southern California. And now here is your detailed special fire weather advisory. Special information for Northern California: the pressure gradient will strengthen across Northern California during the morning hours today as a 1040 to 1042 millibars high pressure moves into western Montana. Northerly winds will strengthen and reach peak intensity during the afternoon, with sustained winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour and gusts up to 50 miles per hour in the northern and central Sacramento Valley. This downslope flow will also warm and dry the air mass with 7 to 12% relative humidity by late afternoon. Localized extremely critical conditions may be possible with sustained winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour, with gusts to 65 miles per hour and relative humidity 5 to 10%, but the likely localized nature of these conditions preclude an extremely critical area at this time. Some of these strong winds will make it into the North Bay Mountains, but given the lack of upper support and more northerly component of the wind, winds are expected to be strongest in the western portion of the Sacramento Valley. Special information for Southern California: most of the day today will feature dry but relatively light winds across Southern California. This will change quickly this evening as the high pressure in the Rockies moves southward and strengthens the gradient across Southern California. At this time, it appears winds will start to strengthen across the region around 03Z and quickly strengthen to 30+ miles per hour winds by 07Z. In addition, dry conditions are expected to accompany this onset of stronger winds with relative humidity around 5 to 8%. By early Wednesday morning, winds are expected to increase to 30 to 50 miles per hour, with gusts to 65 miles per hour in the higher terrain from Ventura County southeastward to northern Riverside and Orange County. These conditions are expected to persist all the way to the coast in Ventura County. Special information for much of the southwest as strong mid-level winds move over the dry areas of the southwest on Tuesday. Some of this stronger mid-level flow is expected to mix toward the surface. Winds across northern portions of the Arizona-New Mexico border could increase to 30 to 40 miles per hour, with gusts to 55 miles per hour, with relative humidity around 10 to 20%. These conditions would be supportive of a critical fire weather area, but temperatures are expected to be cool across the region, 50 to 55 Fahrenheit, which would limit the threat for large fire growth. In addition to the stronger winds in northern Arizona and New Mexico, strong northerly winds are expected through the lower Colorado River Valley tonight. Most fuels in this area are irrigated, which will limit the threat for large fires, but winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour, with gusts to 55 miles per hour, are expected with relative humidity less than 10%. Therefore, felt an elevated fire weather area was warranted to cover this threat. A large elevated area is in place to cover the threat in the Colorado River Valley and northern Arizona, New Mexico, as well as the areas in between, with 20 to 30 miles per hour winds and RH in the 15 to 30% range. This is James Johnson reporting for Extreme Weather. Our weather information is derived from the National Weather Service Weather Prediction Center, located in College Park, Maryland. Our Outlook uses AI technology developed by Extreme Weather, and our audio broadcast is digitally mastered by eMastered. Let's stay fire aware today.
This broadcast is made possible in part by Extreme Weather. Funding for this broadcast is provided in part by our viewers and their donations. We would like to thank our viewers for their continued support of this extreme weather program. Thank you for listening, and please check back often for further weather updates that may impact you and your area.